Hello everybody! Welcome to Agashi Review, where I review movies, dramas that you don't want to waste your time watching. I'll give you synopsis, shorts review along with my thoughts and opinions, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe and leave a comment below. Now let's go into the review. Hello everybody, Agashi here today. So today I'm going to be doing another Chinese drama review with you guys. This drama is called A Love So Romantic, and it has a total of 32 episodes, and I was able to watch the first 4 episodes of it. I actually really like it. To me, I was a little bit bothered by like the actors and actresses that they're actually young. They are young, they look very young, but kind of makes sense why the title is even called Love So Romantic. It's really romantic and very bubbly love kind of way. So a lot of the episodes came out already. It's been popping up on my feed and I haven't been able to watch it, so I actually sat down and watched it, and I actually really like it. So I do look forward to see how it's gonna turn out. I am gonna let it sit to see for more of the dramas and everything to come out, and then I'll watch it in one go. But today I'm going over the cast synopsis in the first 4 episodes with you guys. As for our cast, we have Yang Jinwei as Shu Xiaowang, and then Yi Shangxian as Gu Yangxin, Kao Xiao as Gu Xinxin, and then Lu Runan as Ru Ying, and Esther Yu as Chengqin Yu, she's a guest in like certain parts of the drama only, but in a way it's kind of like why I watched it, because I watched some of her dramas before, so it popped up for this drama for me. But as for the synopsis, a flower girl, Shu Xiaowang, never really imagines her simple life would be anything more than her ordinary life that she daily lives in, when an accidental mix-up lands on her to end up being a sibling to Gu Xiangxin, the young master of a very well-known Gu family. Her simple life gets flipped upside down, and now she has to play the part of Gu Yangxin's younger sister, as she finds herself entangled in his business and his family's business and everything like that, constantly being involved with him and a lot of schemes and everything like that. She is forced to rely on her quick wits and tricks in order to survive and make it through. Never getting a peace in mind or her peace to herself because of Gu Yangxin always on her case and everything. She finds peace in Gu Xinxin, who is the second master of the Gu family, a warm and caring young man who, you know, he wants to look after her and take care of her and all this stuff like that. Soon she gets trapped into a complicated relationship between the two brothers, and she struggles to find a way out, and her head is telling her to go another direction, her heart is telling her to go another direction, and she doesn't know what to do and what happiness desires, as things are always ordinary to her and it no longer is anymore. Recap on the first 4 episodes. The drama starts us off with Shu Xiaowang, who sells flowers, making a living for her and her brother Xiaoang. Her brother fell off a cliff and he injured his legs and he can no longer walk anymore. There's a miracle clinic with a miracle doctor who can cure everything, but they limit the amount of patients they take in monthly. The patients who receives a number card gets to see the doctor only. Xiaoang has been working really hard to get one so that her brother can get treated, but she doesn't get a number card, so she fakes a health problem just to meet the doctor, which end up granting her a card number to bring back to her brother. She ends up bumping into Gu Yangxin on the way there, who is a friend to the doctor. They didn't start off good, and she accidentally dropped her card number in his pocket. Later that evening, she realizes that she needs to go back and collect it. She sneaks into the Gu mansion, and during that time, you know, Gu Yangxin is showering. She sneaks into the showering his bathroom place and takes the card number from him, and she ends up bumping into Gu Xinxin, who she thinks is a servant there, and but she didn't recognize him or anything like that. And they were just kind of like talking, and then as he leaves, she realized that he has a jade tassel plate hanging on his belt, which reminds her of her brother Ai from her childhood. So when she was a child, her mother was sick and wanted to see her future, her daughter's bright future of one day that Xiaowang would get married. So Shawan wanders the forest and found a little boy, and she calls him Ai and brought him back home, where they get married in front of her mother. She promised to be Ai's wife and to always remember him and take care of him. Years gone by, she hasn't seen him, but now she has, because of that jade tassel plate that he has that is a way to recognize that he's Ai. Moving on, she makes a lot of money. No, yeah, moving on, she needs to like make money in order to pay for her brother's medical bills with Dr. Ru Yi, who is the medical doctor, to cure him. She enters the Gu mansion to become a maid there, and she scores the best to become the best maid, but she doesn't look good in front of Gu Yangxing because they've encountered each other multiple times and he doesn't like her and they don't get along. He wants to test her ability to see if she's actually a good maid according to what the other people say, and she ends up running into his grandmother, who mistaken Wang as Wang Er. Grandmother has a granddaughter named Wang Er who has been missing since she was little, and this has led grandmother to being sick and waiting for her granddaughter to return. Mistaking that Wang is her and being drawn to her, Wang uses this opportunity to keep her job as maid at the Gu mansion, and she wants to play along and say that she will play to become the granddaughter to grandma. Gu Xiaojin doesn't want to do this, but he ends up having no choice because the grandmother was like, this is my granddaughter, Wang Er. So he ends up agreeing and dressing her up nicely as Wang Er, and she has to help feed medicines to the grandma and take care of her until the grandma gets better. But the thing is, once she's finished with that, taking care of the grandma for her daily routine she has to do, she goes back to being a maid, and this is like a win-win situation for her. So she gets to stay at the Gu mansion, and she also gets to make money to help pay for her brother's medical bill. So it's like win-win situation for her, so she agrees to it. She eventually ends up becoming his personal maid, and he makes her do all sorts of things, which she always messes up, but he fixes it, he teaches her and all these things like that, and he starts to fall in love with her without realizing it. But to her, she keeps like seeking out to Gu Xingchen because she thinks he's still Ai, and we learn that Gu Xingchen is actually the younger brother to Yangxing, and the reason why he wears that jade tassel is because Yangxing's memory, he has amnesia, so he lost part of his memory as a kid, so he doesn't remember anything. So we don't know why he lost his memory as a child and why he doesn't recall anything like that. But his younger brother is trying to help, and so that's why he's been doing all these things on purpose to help, which confused Wang to think that he's Ai. And at the same time, he also meets Wang here and there, and he doesn't tell her that he's the second master to the Gu family, and he's just saying, he's a servant there. She starts to, always get along with him and ask him for help, and he starts to like her. And then going on, she ends up getting a lot of the maids over there in the Gu family to the Gu mansion to like her, because they secretly wants to become Yangxing's maid, but they don't get to be. And then so because she gets to tell them everything, dibs and all stuff like that about him. And so as it goes on, slowly she starts to become drawn to Yangxing and learning about his past and how he lives a miserable life. It gets her to be drawn to him, but in her head she's constantly telling herself she needs to go find Ai, who is the little boy that she married when she was young. So now she's kind of like, oh, where am I supposed to go? So that's the recap of the first 4 episodes, and as we go on, obviously it's going to determine that she's more in love with Yangxing, because Esther Yu does come in, and she is a girl who's supposed to be engaged to him, and so this is where Wang actually really realizes her feelings. And then I think later on she realized that Gu Xingqing is actually the second master, and I think she's gonna learn that is Yangxing is Ai instead, and obviously she has to make him remember her and remember the promise he made to her. But yeah, I don't want to blabber on long for this drama, but if you guys have not checked it out, do check it out. It's coming. There's a lot of episodes that came out already, so go watch it if you guys haven't. But that's it for this drama review, and I will see you guys next time.